Dan here, Lady Speed Shop. So we're back on this fine 1969 Nova. We did this quarter panel on the last couple of videos and it actually came out pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with it. Now the problem we have is the reason this thing was so cheap is it's got a slight blemish over here. Now I don't quite know how I'm going to tackle this. I think I'm just going to dive in. So I'm happy over there. I think we might as well get this tail pan in and fit. It came with a used one out of some other generic car, which is actually good. This is actually it's rotten anyways. And I actually have a tail pan, like a factory brand new one if we need, but I think it's just the back bit and it's off of a 71. I don't know if the tail lights are different or not, but anyway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this quarter off just because we have it on there as a skin just for kind of fun. I'm going to take this bracket off, we'll take the lights out, we'll do all that. And I think step one should maybe be pull this thing straight. So I got the tow truck out back with a winch. I'm thinking if I just weld something on here and I pull it all straight, even though it's all going to come out, pull the car so it's as straight as it should be or could be, and then we'll start cutting and putting stuff all in. Now reality is we have a new one of these and we have a full quarter, which I think might even include the trunk area here. So it's kind of irrelevant, but I mean, don't think it's going to hurt just to get everything as pulled back as right as we can, and then we'll start messing with it. And then I can just jump ahead and I'll do, wheel tubs and all that just real quick on my own. We already saw that happen. And we can come in and put a full quarter on. So, I don't know. Seems like a bit of a big job, because it is a big job. But I think once I'm started, it'll just start to make sense. It'll either start making sense or I'll get very frustrated and it'll go very sideways. But it's definitely one or the other. So I'll just start taking all this stuff apart and we'll come back and see where we end up. Fingers crossed it'll be a good day. So, got everything kind of out. My plan is now to use the winch of the tow truck and try and pull this back. Which I don't know if it'll work or not. But I have high hopes. As per usual. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of tension on this. It's not anything too crazy. And again, I can't really make it any worse.
You strapped it to the front of the lift.
Yeah, it's strapped down on the hoist. Oh, it's basically a freight machine at this point. And I got this little piece of chain. As long as we don't stand anywhere near it, I think we'll be fine. You know what I mean? At least that's my hopes. Model 8 is kind of in the way. So we'll see what this does. Just don't stand anywhere where you can get hurt. Uh-huh. Into the car. Yep. Okay. So, more. Okay. Oh no. Maybe we'll weld it to a little bit of a higher spot. It's hot. This is how they do it on Facebook, so. Okay, pull it In a little. Keep going. Whoa, just go like little hits. Okay, one more. Whoa. Give it again. Another one. No. Just tearing the body up, unfortunately. Where's my hammer? There it is. Pull her in. This is something Mur would enjoy. Okay, go. So I give it little taps. A little more. 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 Keep going. Again. 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 Well, honestly, kind of not terrible. The floor's no good, which I'll have to cut out, I think. But I can probably straighten it.
Honestly, not bad.
Well, kind of is what it is there, but definitely when you look down the side, at least it's straight-ish. Like, I feel like the car is where the car has to be. Now it's just mangled.
Yeah.
And then like this has to all be cut out and redone. And this whole piece is all folded, unfortunately, but we'll have to see what we have in the car for pieces and determine what all we're going to use. I don't know if it's got this on it or not. I didn't really pay attention too much. Oh yeah. So this.
That's like the exact right amount that you need for this.
Yeah. I don't know where I should cut it though. So I'd like to keep as much of this as possible, but I feel like right down there is probably the plan. Then zip it off at that. And once I get this piece all out, then I can straighten this. It's probably my best bet. Yeah, you know what? If I cut it right down the edge here, then it has to fit that way. It can't do anything else. Join it across there. I'll leave this whole section be a little goofy on the back side. I guess I could cut over and in. Cut all this off. This is all rotten anyways on the pan. Let's get that all out. Just butcher this up till it fits and then leave it loose on that side.
For when you do the panel, and that's where you'll join it.
Yeah, for I'll do the other quarter panel.
Because at least this has the hard edge, so it'll help you guide it like that one did. If you have it on.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of cutting to get this all apart, so might be time for a quick break because this has to all be split. All this has to come off. Then I can actually just leave this whole piece right on if I want, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And then I can cut that off once it's on the car and join it right to this and use a factory pit. That's probably the plan. Use 100% of this. And I'll just cut this one right down the edge here. So we'll use the brown car for this. So I'll line it all up. It'll be flat on there. And really, it'll go back to its home.
Go team!
Go team. Moved a few pieces. So I cut the whole back section off. I kind of trim this down a little. So my plan is I'm going to cut this right on this edge and I'll weld it in there. That way it only kind of fits one way. And then line it up with the tail end on that side. We'll drill a bunch of holes in there, plug weld it. And then, actually I don't know if I'll do that, I might just cut some of that metal off. And this side I'm going to leave whole because we have nothing there. So I'm basically just going to kind of line it up to where it fits. Give it a couple of buzzes, and that will be that. There's a next stand there. So that's that, and then we're going to have to obviously eyeball it, close the trunk lid, a bunch of those things once it's all tacked, and then we'll trim that new piece down once we put the full quarter on. So we've kind of pulled this thing straight. I actually flattened out the trunk floor. It was all gibbled. Here I'll probably just cut a piece out and put one in. It's just flat. That'll make life easier. But yeah, so that's actually not too bad. The only thing we have now is, so the leaf spring is right here, and this thing is a kink right there. So this is what holds the bumper on, and then this is obviously a structure of the back. So I've cut it all so it's kind of loose. So Danny is going to run the winch while I heat this up with the rosebud and just straighten her out. That's the plan. And then once that's kind of in line, because you can see it's out here by half an inch, and it's in on this side. So the thing just has to do that. And then once it's close, I'll grind this all out. This is a plate that goes on the back of the frame extension. So we'll probably have to fix that up a little bit. And then I'll probably end up trimming this right where this double wall thing is. Trim that right across. And then it won't be factory, but I'm going to drill some holes and I'm going to plug it on top. So hopefully that won't make it too high is my only concern, because there'll be one extra piece of sheet metal. But at the end of the day, we'll lift it up, we'll push it down. The trunk lid's adjustable. It'll be what it's going to be, and if it's ugly, then I'll kind of grind it right down to nothing. But I don't think I want to do that. I think it'll be stronger if I just double wall it. And then I have to go back and replace this panel. Well, parts of it anyway, it's a little rotten down here. But it's relatively straight here, and that one's fine too. So just this one little section, which is a little bit lame, but making progress. Okay, I'm gonna set the camera up and we'll work on this thing.
Okay.
Okay, let it in. Oh, yeah, it's perfect.
Something burning on the inside
Of
the car, I just see glowing with fire.
let it in. Okay. So now all we gotta do is twist it up a little. And we're all set, then I can weld the bejesus out of it. It's kind of pulled it down, but away she goes. Oh, I wonder if this is just kind of how it is there, because it's got no structure in it. Oh. That worked out friggin' cherry. There was a big kink right there, like a real bad one. So now I've twisted it back, I'll just weld that up. And I'll probably plate it. That's what I probably should do actually. I should take this side off. I did on my car, because it was all kind of, same, but it was rusty, but it wasn't like all the way through, so I just plated both sides and never worried about it again. So honestly, probably I'll just do that. I wonder if I should do that first or if I should do that last. I'm thinking last. I put this piece in, then I hang the quarter. I still access it through the back and then underneath, and I can take the quarter off, no problem, and I can cut out in here, because this all has to be. I'm gonna keep this strip, but this piece right here, I'll cut that junk all right out, because this has to twist, but I can do it just by hand. So I think it just needs, I guess maybe I could just weld a piece in here, eh? So it just has to be square. It's in line now, which is mint. I wonder, yeah, it's just torn away from the floor. Okay, well, I don't know what I should do next. There's some body guy losing his mind with how we're doing this, but hey, collision repair isn't our thing. Either is rust repair. Either is fancy, expensive stuff that goes fast. But, okay. I think I'm just going to cut a little bit more of this material out. I might even just twist this and weld a bar across for the time being or something, I don't know. But there's nothing to really worry about. I do need a bumper too, really. That's a situation we're going into. Without a bumper, it's hard to kind of fit all this stuff. So, I actually, looks pretty straight now, eh?
It does.
So I actually straightened it out a bunch. I took off this bumper bracket that was all bent. I plated the one side, so that's all good now. And then I could plate this side. It's got a bit of a wow on it, but that'll be easier when I have the trunk floor out. This, it looks like the leaf spring is all kind of jacked up, but it's like loose here, and it's at an angle, so just the bushings are wore out of it. So we got to get a set of bushings, which I actually have in Manitoba, but that'll fix all that problem. So that's straight. This is good. This is now, like, I need to repair it, obviously. It needs some work, but that's no big deal. We have this all kind of cleaned up and ready to go. So what I did was I left extra trunk floor here, and this will sit on top of that. And it is supposed to be in line with it, but I think I'm gonna try and put it right on top and see what we can accomplish. And on that side, what I did is I cut right in line with the trunk opening. So I'm gonna do the same thing. And I don't know where I should join it. I left the brace in it, I guess. So I gotta figure that out, because I'd like, yeah. It's probably the easiest way is go down there and then just join it somewhere, splice it in there. So I'll cut some of that out and just use that existing brace, because that's all welded together, holding everything. So nothing has really moved. This side's obviously kind of off to the wind. But if we get this side in, it'll be, this whole section here will be flat, so we'll be good on that. This will be welded in and not affect anything on the outside. Even if it's a little goofy, who cares? It's not affecting the quarter panel. It's not affecting the gap of the deck lid whatsoever. The only thing it's going to affect is this gap, which we got to make sure is good. Now once we have that in and kind of in place, then we have something to work off, because now this side, we'll just leave this whole piece on. And if this is all good, the new quarter will joint the same way up on the edge. So we'll have a good start at the back. And then obviously we have the door jamb, which is not affected. So if it fits on the door jamb and it fits back in the tail pan, then the quarter panel's good. And then up in here, it's got a wrinkle there, but up in there is actually just fine. So I don't know where I'm gonna join, if I'm gonna use the whole quarter or not. I'm fighting that one out. I typically hate using full quarter panels because I never feel like they fit right. But whatever, such is life. I think I showed this already, right? I got this all straightened out. So that's all kind of dialed together, so that's good. So I'd like to get this kind of piece on today on this video, and I might just take a break and do the outer wheel tub and stuff like that on my own, just because we've already kind of been there, done that. And it's kind of easy, brainless work, which I'm actually kind of looking forward to, because it's been a lot of screwing around, a lot of thinking. I don't like thinking.
We can tell you've been using your brain a lot today.
It hurts.
Your mood is echoing that.
I knew this was coming. I'm kind of glad I just jumped into it, and today is the suck. And assuming this goes okay, the way I have planned, then it'll be good. I mean, that was the one issue, that one frame section being kind of kinked, but obviously it's good now, and we just have to shape the car till how it goes. Now, I mean, I know people get all panicked when a car looks like this. This is a bit of a panic. You're like, oh no. But they all fit together. Like, they're not quite like Lego where they snap together, but it's very obvious where stuff fits. So if you fit this corner and it goes all the way across flat here, it's gonna be fine. Like, that's what it's supposed to do.
Well, and take the hour or two to just think about it.
Yeah.
And like play through each of the scenario and options in your head. Because you could have done where you chopped that whole bit out and just stuck that on there. But then, like you said, then that would have impacted the quarter panel that you just did. So it's about what's gonna make it fit the nicest, but also be not an overwhelming amount of work.
Well, and everything's just tacked together. So I mean, tack it, and go from there. The other reality is they sell every single piece for this car. So if we screw it up, we'll order a piece off Speedway and weld that back in and just keep changing parts. So I wanted to get the sheet metal kind of in and tacked into place, called a bit of a win. Then maybe I'll do a little mechanical on the front, do the brakes and control arms and spindles and all that. A little bit of fun there until I get frustrated on that, then come back. So that's my process. I can't just work on one thing. I got to bounce around a little, but it's looking good. I think this might need to be hammered down. It's got a bit of a kink in it, which I don't know if that one did. I might have cut it out. If that was part of the accident or if that was part of the car, it's kind of hard to tell what's. It's just got some, oh yeah, it's obviously got some sort of a lip in it, I believe. I'll smash that flat. And I'm just going to cut the end out of it, and we'll see what we end up with. Hopefully, it'll be cherry.
This seems very tedious.
Yeah, I decided I wasn't going to stack them up, so I'm trying to get this piece off, but now I got to drill out up a zillion spot welds. Ugh. Lame. I wonder if I got just another step bit that I can use. Who put that there? Might be mint. Not bad for a complete guess.
That's amazing.
Guesstimate cut. That should be pretty cool. So now we've got to decide where we want to splice this.
I Oh yeah, I'm very impressed.
This might fall off. Well, I'm here to impress you. This is what you love about me, right?
Yeah.
So, honestly, it's not too bad. We have to rock it forward, but we have to either take material out of this or out of this, and I'm thinking, in this case, I want to keep more of this than this.
Right, because this has more for the panel to latch onto.
Well, this is just a nice, I mean, this is a factory
Nice
piece,
thing.
so same thing, like how I joined the other one around the edge, I'll probably do the same thing. Yeah, I don't know. Just keep thinking about it, but I'm gonna trim this guy up, but we actually, it should be good because now I just drilled all those holes out so I can plug weld this right in. So that'll be cool. I might actually just give it a little bit more of a clean up now that we got it. And this is all buggered. I gotta cut some of that out, but And we should probably test fit the light, which in this case actually, so I kept all the structure from this yellow piece. So we'll use all that. So I still got to cut a little bit out of here because it's kind of jamming up. We'll clean up all in there, get all that stuff taken care of. Got to trim this probably a little bit so it can fit right over. I might have to slice this down just so this matches. But for blindly cutting, that's not a bad little fitment as far as I'm concerned. So I'll do a little bit more fitting and we'll see where we end up. Oh yeah, I guess I gotta kind of eyeball chop some of this out of my way. Just right where it's right there. So if I line up the spot welds of the trunk latch, this is where it wants to be, which actually puts it pretty well correct there. And I might have shortcut it just a little bit on the end here. So let's just tack it in place. And then we can start fitting it around here. See what we end up with. I have high hopes.
Me too.
Hopefully these were welded in the same spot, not just wherever the guy did. Hopefully we don't have like a Friday and a Monday car, you know what I mean? Okay, let's just honestly, I feel like I could, well, that does kind of line up, just like that, eh? Thinking the next step will be line these guys up, which unfortunately somebody had a little bit of gap in there. So that's what happens when I don't ever use a tape measure. So that's kind of lined up, ish.
I'd say so. From here, it looks very lined up.
So we got a bit of a gap there. But I do have other bits and pieces we can weld in. Now let's just see. Well, I guess that's a fit, so I
Oh my god!
got
Amazing.
a little overzealous there, but that's clearly like that. The rubber,
Perfect.
the rubber lines up, so yeah, it could go maybe just a hair over, but I'm thinking that's probably where that's gonna live. So this is now, as you can see here, there's brass, and this is solder. No, is that what I want to call it? Lead. It's lead. But so obviously all the shape we had in the back there was, and actually you can see it here. Look how thick that piece of steel is, and it cuts two different colors. So that'll be, once we grind that out, it'll do its thing. This kind of has a bit of a.
So like this gold is solder?
The gold is brass, and then the kind of, I don't know if it's darker, lighter, however you want to look at it. Like it's kind of two different deals. That would be.
I see.
So now we'll just kind of pull this out till it's about in line. We'll give it a tack weld there. Okay, so the trunk will actually latch, I think. Where's a flathead screwdriver? If I latch this thing, we can unlatch it.
Oh my gosh!
So the deck lid, unfortunately the deck lid is just beat to ratchet, but it does kind of make you think this does actually come back. Yeah, just like that.
This is amazing. That you can do this. That anyone can do this.
Anyone can do this. Just give this a. Oh.
Small fire, small fire. You need to be way more impressed with yourself here.
I don't know how much gap there is back here, if this is a correct amount, but it's real tight up here. So we do got to kind of move that over, but that's fine. And it's the deck lid's kind of all over the place. Yeah. Well, still, I knew something would happen. It wasn't like it's a shocker.
I know, but it's a very nice repair.
Yeah. I mean, it's good
and
enough.
A lot of work.
There's a lot of screwing around. This is the part of the build I was dreading the most. So I'm glad. I mean, I may have been a little cranky today. They can't see your face. I don't like this. This wasn't fun. This was lame. But the frame's good. I managed to square up the floor pretty good. This actually fits nice. So I'm not gonna completely like make this El Permanente. We'll go ahead and just, kind of tack it into place. We'll leave it a little bit gappy. That way if we have to take it apart, we can, but it's clearly not too bad. And again, the bumper is gonna cover all around here and this. Actually, we have a car, let's go look at it. I hacked mine together because it was in a wreck, and the one side is full of filler, and it's always drove me crazy to the point where I bought a tail pan I've been carrying around for 3 or 4 years now. Yeah, so the bumper is going to cover actually right there. This is all covered up. See, mine has a big gap here, which is correct, and over here you can see how thin it gets here? And this is all filler. The car was pushed in. And if I get one of these on the back, we'd really have something. So, man, my deck lid fits like doo-doo as well, actually. So, well, it's no worse than that one. Okay, well, I'm gonna practice my welding skills and just get that kind of situated in there a little bit. I think that's probably where we're gonna end it, unless Danny wants me to keep going.
No.
We got enough footage?
Yep.
Oh good, I'm glad.
Hey, maybe tell them to buy a shirt while they're at it.
If you want to support this, buy yourself a shirt. But no, I'm excited. I want to get this done, and then like I said, I can just work this evening.
See how you put out the flames with the glove? Those are good gloves.
These are good gloves. Actually, they really saved my hands because I got a pile of hot rubber all over my arm, but not my hands. Just my precious, precious forearm. No, that's mint. Now I can get that under control. We have some screwing around to do back here though, for sure. There's gonna be some floor repair. But whatever. One bit at a time.
Thanks for watching.
Well, I want to finish welding, then we'll come back one more time.
Oh, okay.
Are we just done?
No, I thought we were done, but we can watch you weld.
Well, we don't have to watch. I just want to get it a little better. I want to align the trunk lid a little bit more, just so it looks like something. Then we'll be done. Okay,
so keep watching.
Keep watching. Unless you have to take a break to buy a shirt.
Yes.
Yes.
ddSpeedShop.ca.
Well, I think that's where we're gonna leave it for this video. Oh, right into the back windshield. That would have been sweet. So yeah, this thing's got a couple of broken studs on it, so it doesn't quite fit. Man, this is just ugly, tacked in. But this is decent on this side. And I actually cut this and I moved it over a little bit. So we got a tight gap on this side and a little loose on this side. But I guess it's a little big there, but that's how my car was. It was.
Look at the bottom though.
That fits nice.
That fits
and then
beautifully.
Here, it's a little bigger here and a little smaller there, but I'm thinking this panel is actually bent a little bit, you know what I mean?
Probably.
Probably, it was smashed. But yeah, honestly, this thing fits good. The guy that I got the quarters from, I'm friendly with him now, and he actually has a deck lid off of his car, so he's building a mint one. So he's got the used one off his car, he's got some side glass, he's got a rear bumper.
Did he say, peasant, would you like to buy this?
Yeah, we gotta get to the price yet, but I thought he was fair on the quarter panels, so hopefully, you know, he watches the channel, so hopefully he wants to support, you know, us poor, you know, cheap, lowly YouTubers. But honestly, that's pretty friggin' awesome. That was a lot of screwing around today.
Well, that was a long day.
That was a long day.
9 hours of.
Yeah, but I mean, that's.
All crammed into 45 minutes.
Yeah. So that's the reality of it. I mean, and it's still a long way to go. Like, if you were gonna pay someone to fix this, it gets expensive. I think what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm going to dismantle the rest of this quarter panel. I'm gonna wheel tub, take that off. I'm gonna have to take the trunk drop down, and then I gotta see how I want to fit this other panel. I was really hoping I might still do it. That doesn't look that bad. I'm thinking I might join it right on this edge, all the way down here, up until here, and then in here, I'll join it into the window, because that'll all be hidden. Across there. I really fight out in here. It's a nightmare to get the thing fit down there. I might just slice it and weld that up in there. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Probably watch a couple of YouTube videos. I've only done one. I think the Camaro I did full quarters on, and I think that's all I did, like full quarters. Usually I put the skins on because I typically hate doing that, but this one, it's got this whammo here, and it's already been cut above the line anyway, so this one is a full quota for sure. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. If we get this, so I'll probably work on this tonight, tomorrow, get that done, and there'll be one more full day for sure of hanging a quarter panel on this thing. But then it'll like really look like something. It'll look like it's ready for sale. So I'm not keeping it. This is very gratifying work, I will say. That fit very nice. I'm happy with it. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've come back from your break of buying a t-shirt for Danielle or some magic gloves. And we'll see you on the next one. I gotta do some cleaning up. And first of all, I need some sitting down because I'm tired. I feel like my face is dirty too. Is it? We'll see you on the next one.